Yo, what is up, everybody, and welcome to the very first episode of MLT Podcast. I'm your host, Irvine,
What up, I'm Ashton.
and basically, how this is gonna work is we're gonna just dive deep into whatever's trending in the media, pop culture, be it music, fashion, lifestyle, and then we're gonna go into our main topic of discussion. We hope that you guys are gonna stay with us because we're gonna have very special guests, very laughs. And with all that being said, let's jump right into it.
So what's been popping this week?
I went to Salsa on St.Clair this weekend.
Yeah, I was there as well.
I didn't even see you.
And you know what's funny? It's not even like big. It's like one street.
Right? Well, it's pretty long.
Yeah, it's long. It was my first time. Never went before. It's
Oh,
pretty
really?
Interesting. Yeah. I had they carved out watermelon. And they
Oh,
put the
like in a
watermelon juice
bowl?
into
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That was lit. It was $10.
Honestly, yeah, that's
but-
where everybody went. Like, that's
Yeah.
the longest line.
Yeah.
But there was better stuff to eat there.
I had like plantain chips.
Yeah.
I had churros. I had empanadas. I had some, but like I've had all that before. I've never carved out the watermelon or juice.
That's true. I'm interested to know your opinion on Salsa on St.Clair.
I thought it was cool. I would have liked to see more performers. There was like two stages where people had like steel pans and like drums and they were singing and shit, and that was cool to see like Spanish culture and music and stuff.
Yeah.
But like it seemed more like a food festival than like anything, and it wasn't like crazy Spanish food. It was shit that I heard of already, like
No, exactly.
empanadas and stuff. I wanted to try like what's that thing that we went to get? Me, you, Daniel, bro.
Pupusas.
Pupusas.
There was a stand.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well I didn't see it.
That's why you're supposed to go with me, bro. No, but I've gone a lot in the past years, and I think that is whack, to be honest.
Why do you say that?
Because
this is like your culture.
Yeah, no, exactly. I feel like it could be more lively.
Yeah.
I feel like people who don't know anything about Spanish culture and they go to Salsa on St.Clair, it's like they go there and it's like, okay, I walk back and forth for like 3 times, and now I'm out because there's nothing really to do.
I didn't take away anything. Like
Exactly,
I didn't learn
right?
anything new or anything.
See, now with that being said, this is the first year that I went with my brother and his people, so it was a lot more fun because we got fucking drunk and then we're just salsaing the whole night. Right? But like for me, I feel like what it needs is to have one stage with all the performers and the salsa lessons and all that cool stuff, but the separate tents should be like DJs playing specific types of Spanish music and people just dancing. I feel like that way, and then you have the food, right? I feel like that way it'd be more lively, and it's not just salsa all night. Like, just call it Latin Fest. Have different tents, put merengue, put bachata, put salsa, like in different tents, and then you just walk through the different tents, and you just like, it's like a jam kind of thing. I feel like that way it would be a lot more like lively
and like interactive.
Yeah, exactly.
It kind of seemed like thrown together.
Yeah, and every year it's like that. Every single year.
Yo, the funniest. So there was this band playing music, bro. I swear to God, there were people fist pumping to salsa music.
What?
How do you fist pump to salsa, bro?
Honestly, the funniest thing to do is to go and watch the white people trying salsa. Like, that's the funniest thing.
Hilarious, bro. It's hilarious.
I got there a little earlier than my brother, so I just was sitting there, like, enjoying the music and just people watching. So, like, it's just the funniest thing to see.
What time did you get there?
3? Maybe 2:30 or 3?
2:30.
Yeah?
I was there at 2:30.
I honestly did not see.
I did see Marlon though.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
I saw him too.
Yeah. But I didn't want to be like a fanboy.
I know, right? Run up and be like, yo, what up? Yeah.
He's just trying to chill too. So.
Yeah, I hear that. But before that, I actually went to a panel discussion kind of thing. And it was at Frings. And I don't know if you know Emily Oberg.
Sounds familiar, but no.
She was like an anchor from Complex.
Yeah.
And now she's a creative director of Kith.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so she's cool. Like, she made a huge jump.
Yeah.
And also St. Woods.
Who's St. Woods?
So they're like a creative agency as well, and they actually own Apartment 200.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. It was really cool to hear what they had to say. However, I didn't really think the interviewer came prepared with good questions.
Why? What kind of questions were there?
It was talking about streetwear and stuff, right? And like
generic questions.
Yeah, it was cool. Like, it was cool to hear about their perspective of streetwear.
Yeah.
But it would have been cooler to hear how they started and how they got to the point that they are right now. Mm-hmm. I feel like that would have been a more interesting story to hear. And like, even from Emily Oberg, I wanted to hear what made her do the shift from Complex to something like Kith.
Yeah.
Where it's like two different worlds. She's in front of the camera in one world and then behind the camera in the other one.
And that's a big jump because like you're so used to having all this attention on you,
exactly,
right? And like presenting to people and stuff, and then you go behind the scenes and it's a whole new experience. So I do see why you want to hear about that.
Yeah, exactly. And like also Kai. Yeah. So Kai was there as well, and they were all having a discussion. It was pretty good, but afterwards you were forced to buy brunch.
Wait, what do you mean you were forced to buy brunch?
Like, if you listened to the panel, you were put under a registry where you have a reserved table and you have to buy brunch.
Wow.
Like a set menu.
Yeah.
You wanna know how much that shit was?
I'm guessing like 15 plus.
What do you mean $15?
$15.
$15
for brunch?
For brunch?
Yeah.
My guy. It was $65.
No, it was
$.
What the fuck you eating?
Bro, and brunch? You know what? You know what's hilarious? They had the audacity to put auto gratuity.
Oh my god.
18%.
18%.
18. So it came to $85.
Okay, but was the panel free?
The panel was free, but like, I thought, to make myself feel better, I said, okay, I'll pay $40 for the panel and the rest for the food, right?
Yeah.
Cause like, holy shit, $85.
So was this brunch? Sorry, before or after the panel?
It was after.
So why didn't you just cut it?
I mean, like, I don't know, like
$80 for brunch.
I know, right? I didn't think I was gonna pay $80.
Okay, true.
I was expecting 65, but.
What did you get to eat?
It was alright. Like, I went with my boy, so it was like a set menu.
Mm-hmm.
So we just ordered one of each thing.
Okay.
Right, and then we just shared it.
Yeah.
The salmon is fucking bomb.
Where did you go for this?
Frings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, like, it wasn't worth $85 at all.
Brunch would never be worth $85
at all. But like, the salmon was like, it was good. Mm-hmm. It's good. I had no complaints there. But yeah, how about you, man?
What did I do? I went to Salsa in St.Clair. My girl and I went to Warehouse, and my first time like eating food there, and we got like 3 different things off of the menu, and it came up to like $20.
Right?
I was shook. I'm like, nah, this can't be real. And we're full too.
Yo,
we
exactly.
got like a starter. I got one thing, and then she got something.
Yeah.
And it was $20.
I know, right?
Like,
$5 for everything.
Yeah.
Warehouse is actually lit. It's good vibes, good music.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Everything about it is.
Yeah, and then it's cheap.
Yeah.
Except for the alcohol.
Yeah, the alcohol you
like watered down. Like, you could go in there with the intentions of getting lit.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna get lit.
We pre-drank. We drank like an entire Mickey.
Yeah.
And then so we didn't even buy. We got water.
That's hilarious. Going into the news, did you hear about Drake, his tweet?
Yes. Okay. Let me tell you my conspiracy.
Hold on, before you say that. For the people that don't know, Drake tweeted that his 2018 project, Farewell My Love, will go featureless, and it's gonna be his goodbye to music. So this is a big deal for me, especially because I'm like a Drake stan. Alright, Drake can never do wrong. Alright. So like, this being his last album, I have mixed feelings about it. I feel like he is not anywhere close to being in the position to say that this is gonna be my last album.
Yeah.
But then again, on the flip side, he has made timeless music for a while.
Yes, I can agree. So now what I'm saying is, I don't feel like More Life had the same impact that Views and that If You're Reading This It's Too Late had. So I think this is just marketing. I think he's saying his goodbyes so more people, although everyone's gonna listen to it anyways.
Yeah.
Going in with the intention of like this is Drake's last album, I feel like it's gonna be more popping, right? And then I think he's gonna get into acting for like 2 or 3 years, because recently he's been doing a lot more acting. He's been doing a lot of like SNL skits and like he's been doing hosting and stuff. And then in 2 to 3 years he's gonna come back like nothing happened. I think he's gonna drop a next album. Another album.
Yeah.
Like, maybe like an EP in like 3 years.
But wouldn't that move alone, wouldn't that be weird? Because we're so used to Drake just consistently putting out album after album, year after year.
Yeah.
And even like a 2-year break would be weird. Because like even in between albums, he'll have singles, or he put out More Life, which is a playlist, not an album. Which is why it didn't have that much impact, in my opinion.
That's another conversation. Let's not get into it.
But okay,
but what's gonna happen? Let's say Drake doesn't. Let's say he puts out the 2018 album, right? And then he stops making music for 3 years. No singles, no features, nothing. Right? Takes a break from music for 3 years. He comes back and he puts out an album. What's gonna happen? You're not gonna get it?
Oh, I'm definitely gonna get it.
Everybody's gonna get it.
Yeah.
It's just more hype. It's all it is to me.
Yeah.
I don't think.
But okay, let's say he does go the route of this is my last album. He goes Will Smith on everybody, becomes this huge acting star, and only talks about coming back to music, but doesn't actually come back to music.
Okay, in this hypothetical.
Yeah.
Good.
Yo, you're dissing.
Okay,
bro.
I think. No, listen. I think if Drake were to stop making music, it would be good for other Toronto artists, because right now we kind of, it's like a dog-eat-dog world in Toronto right now.
Definitely.
It's like people look at it like there's no room for like other artists. So I think if Drake's gone, the top dog, the biggest name in rap right now, it's gonna open up for more artists to come in.
Yeah.
So give him 2-3. He deserves 2-3 years off.
No, yeah, I agree with that, and I feel like that's why he's saying this, is because he's like, damn man, I need a break. But what do you think about the album going featureless? So it's just him, however many tracks. I'm thinking it's gonna be a 12.
I'm thinking more.
Really?
Okay.
I don't know if he could. I don't know if he could do more than 12 songs on his own. I don't think so.
I don't think he could do that, but recently there's been like a lot of artists who drop like long ass albums. Bryson's is like what, 19?
Was that featureless?
No, it wasn't. But I'm just saying it's looking like that because of like streaming and stuff. The more songs you have on your album, the more streams, more money, more accolades.
That's true.
Chris Brown is dropping a 40-song.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's kind of looking like people are dropping more music for like streaming and stuff. And if this is Drake's last album, it would make sense to have a lot of songs.
I think that would be the reverse. I think it would hurt him because
it's long?
if this is his last album, he's going featureless. I think he'd rather make 12 perfect songs than to have 20 mediocre ones.
I mean, he could do it with Views, but he didn't do that.
I thought Views was ill, bro. Like I thought Views was like one of the like top 3
of what, Drake albums or albums of all time.
No, Drake albums.
Oh, okay.
Drake albums.
I disagree. I'm gonna call. I'm not gonna say albums or playlists, a bunch of bullshit. I'm gonna call it bodies of work.
Bodies of work.
I think for me personally, Views would not be. Views would be top 5.
Top 5.
Yeah. Top 3 is like, if you're reading this, More Life. No, what am I saying? Yeah, More Life and Take Care.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid one.
What would you switch out?
I would say More Life. I thought Views was better than More Life. I thought Views was better than More Life only because it had the intentions. First of all, it had the intentions of being an album. So he had the whole production and mixing to be a cohesive body of work.
Yeah.
And 2, because I related to the songs a lot more. 3, because it was all Drake. It wasn't just him like throwing features onto playlists because he thought that they were popping right now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I like more songs off of More Life than I do off of Views.
Yeah.
So I would put More Life there. But I think that's what's gonna happen. We're not gonna see Drake for a couple of years, and he's just gonna pop back in.
Another thing that's been happening. Did you hear about the whole Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna thing?
Yeah, I did. Okay, first of all, I don't really care for the Kardashians and shit.
Oh, yeah,
but I thought it was hilarious.
Right?
Just like how Rob was spazzing out on social media and stuff, and him posting nudes, and then Blac Chyna posting shit with the side thing in their bed.
Right? In his bed, bro.
In his bed.
I'm cheesed.
And there was that lawyer who was like how Blac Chyna tried to like return $300,000 worth of jewelry.
No, bro.
That wasn't it?
Ben Baller, he was saying how even after this whole thing, Blac Chyna was still trying to use Rob's credit card to buy $300,000 worth of jewelry.
Yeah.
Like, and that's not even for her, like for her side things.
Yeah.
Like,
could you imagine your girl spending your money?
Oh my god, for other bands? Oh my god,
cheat
bro.
on me in quiet.
Like, okay, I could understand his frustration in one hand, but the other hand, we all told him.
Yeah.
Who didn't see this coming?
I mean,
as soon as Blac Chyna isn't even sweet, first of all. But as soon as you heard the news that they were dating, it's like, okay, we all know what this is.
Yeah.
She's with him for the money.
Yeah.
She's gonna leave, and then Blac Chyna's pregnant. Oh my god, she has them now, bro.
Okay, so in sneaker news, Tyler the Creator recently partnered up with Converse, and it's really dope because other than wearing like Chucks, nobody's wearing Converse. And like he tweeted out this really dope ad that him and Converse did, where it's like he's just sitting there and he's like, I don't recall having any relationship with Converse.
Yeah.
And then it's like him and Loiter Squad just doing like smashing cars, riding on ATVs, jumping in pool, Odd Future shit.
Yeah.
And now I want to buy Converse.
Yeah.
Just from watching.
It's crazy how artists could have that much of an impact on like the culture.
Yeah.
Where it's like even A$AP Rocky just partnered up with Under Armour.
Yeah.
And now the whole thing is like, how is A$AP Rocky gonna make Under Armour cool?
Yeah.
Because they have that much power.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Like, you guys should watch it. If you haven't seen the ad, you guys should check it out because
we'll put a link in the description.
Yeah, it's a super dope. Creatively, it's super dope. And like, I hate Converse personally, but it's right next to Vans for like that audience, like the skateboard culture. Like, if you're not having Vans, you're gonna wear the Converse, like the Chucks, right?
Yeah.
So that's super dope that he's doing that. And also, Pharrell and the new Adidas tennis shoe.
You fuck with them?
I personally hate the look of them.
Hate is a strong word.
Like, no, I actually don't fuck with them at all.
They look good. I wouldn't wear them. I would buy them for my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they look fine. I think so. There was like Roche's, and then the Yeezys came out, and then like after that, everybody started making like that kind of shoe.
The Prime Knit.
Yeah, it looks like those kind of shoes. So I don't hate it.
Yeah, it's a Prime Knit upper, right? And it has the Pharrell logo in the back.
Yeah.
Which is like super dope. I love that logo. However, I love his just the human racers.
Yeah.
Those ones are so clean that this is just so subpar in correlation to those.
Well, like, I feel like you could rock these with anything.
Same with the human racers.
Okay, but stop comparing it to that for 1 second.
But that's the last thing that he released with Adidas.
Okay,
so it's
but
like,
stop comparing that for 1 second.
How can you
and
not?
Look at this. Look at them in a vacuum. I think the color palette is cool as well. It's like very pastel colors. It's a very like low key shoe. I personally don't like flashy stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I'm more drawn to it. Just because it's very, very low key.
Yeah, I mean, like, Primeknit is always like comfy.
Yeah.
Right? It fits like a sock.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's gonna have the Ultra Boost in the sole or not.
Is that a like Yeezy's thing or it's a Adidas thing?
It's an Adidas thing.
Okay.
That the Yeezys utilize.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me it's a pass.
Okay.
I'm not waiting in line.
I wouldn't wait in line for it either.
I'm pretty sure you wouldn't get it if you don't wait in line. Only because, like we said before, where celebrities have that much impact.
Yeah.
That anything having to do with Pharrell or anything having to do with Tyler, they're gonna sell out right away. Yeah.
I'm not gonna buy these.
Like even I don't even know how long ago it was when Pharrell did the whole Colors of the Rainbow with the Stan Smiths.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you remember those, right?
Yeah.
Yo, you could not find those anywhere.
Yeah.
Did you see also Kevin Hart with his Nike collab?
Yeah, the Hustle Hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're alright. Again, I wouldn't wear those. They're not like minimal enough for me. I don't like standing out and stuff. And these are like typical ball shoes, looking like Kobe's almost. So personally, I would go for those.
Yeah. Oh wow, I just see them right now.
Yeah.
These are hideous.
Like, there's just too much going on.
Yeah, it's flat out hideous.
Yeah.
But yeah, good for him for partnering up with Nike. Like, unheard of that Nike's gonna partner up with a comedian.
Yes.
Unheard of.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Kevin Hart's already breaking like barriers.
Yeah.
And, like, who knows? Maybe another comedian comes after him.
But who do you think would be next? Can you name another comedian other than Kevin Hart? It's tough.
It is.
It's very tough.
And I'm pretty sure there are a lot
Yeah.
upcoming, but like who has the most spotlight is Kevin Hart.
There's other guys who do like late night talk show like Trevor Noah. There's other guys like Andrew Schultz.
Trevor Noah is actually jokes.
I'm gonna go see him in Niagara on the 27th.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah.
No, he's actually jokes, and he's woke and he's jokes.
Yeah, and he like what I like about him is he speaks about political topics, but doesn't use all like those big words and like confusing sentences that most people wouldn't understand. So like younger people could like follow it still and have like a grasp of what's going on in the States and stuff.
Yeah, like my whole information has been coming from those like late night shows.
It's funny how like comedians are talking about political stuff.
I know, right? It's because it's come to a point where you just have to laugh at it.
Yeah.
And like we as Canadians are on the outside looking in.
And we're laughing.
And we're dying. We're just like, it's like, bro, we can't relate.
Could you like, how does it get to a point where Donald Trump is it like, how do you go from Obama to Donald Trump? Obama has so many accolades. He's been a part of this whole political system for years. Donald Trump, although he is like a billionaire?
Probably,
billionaire, understands business. America is a business and all of that. But like, just to see them go from Obama to Donald Trump is shocking. It's still shocking to this day.
Yeah, it's
been
crazy.
a while.
And moving on to our main topic.
So you're an adult now. I think, I was not ready.
I don't think anybody is ready.
You know, your parents could teach you as much as possible. School doesn't really do shit.
Oh, definitely not. Yo, honestly, I feel like school should redo their whole curriculum.
Yeah.
Well, not their whole curriculum, but like introduce new classes.
Yeah.
I would have loved to know how to do my taxes.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't know what a mortgage was until after high school.
What? Jay-Z taught me. Like, what? Like, no, there's so much things that you come to face after high school in your first couple years of college or university where you're just like, what the heck is this?
Yeah, you just gotta deal with life.
And especially when nobody is there. Some people don't have their parents to rely on to tell them, yo, you have to do this and this. You literally have to find out on your own.
Yeah. And I think that's like the best way to do it, because once you like just are tossed out into the wild and you fuck up 1 or 2 times, it's like you're not gonna make those mistakes again. But like sheltered kids, they have it really bad.
Yeah.
Really bad, because
if they ever lose what they have, it's like they're not gonna be able to survive.
Yeah. That's like the worst part. And their parents aren't gonna be there for like all the time.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have to figure it out. I was kind of just, my mom guided me as much as possible, but like I had to learn about life and shit by myself.
Definitely.
So.
And when do you think that what's that transition from teenager to adulthood now? Like, do you think that being faced with all these life issues and it's like, okay, now I'm an adult, I have to pull up my pants and deal with this, or is it like an age thing? Or
no, I don't think it's an age thing. I know many people that are like older than me and are still kids.
Children.
I think becoming an adult is like when you start to handle life on your own. You know, you're not relying on your parents to get stuff done. You're not relying on your parents to like help you push forward and move on in life and make those hard decisions. Whether it's like going to school, buying a car, moving in, moving out, you know, figuring out what you actually want to do with life. I think that's when you become an adult.
However, there is nothing wrong with being an adult and asking for help.
Oh no, of course not. I still live with my parents, so I would be a hypocrite to say.
Yeah.
But I'm slowly transitioning from like me taking over on all the stuff that my mom used to do, and like I'm doing it now myself.
Yeah.
And
So you're an adult once you can stand alone from your parents.
Yeah.
And
completely. Completely.
Yeah. So we're still very young adults. We're going through that transition. Going through that transition, did your parents support what you wanted, what your dreams were, like your aspirations?
100%. With me, I was kind of always creative growing up, so I didn't like math and science and all this typical shit. So I'm at home with like my camera, filming shit, taking pictures, doing a bunch of weird stuff. And from like early on, my mom always supported me in like becoming a photographer, learning about Photoshop and stuff. Her main thing was like, as long as you're in school or like you're doing something to like better your life, then I'm gonna support you no matter what it is, right? So as long as I was like going on the right path and taking those steps to like having a future that she would be proud of and that I would be proud of, she would support me 100%. I actually went to school for photography. She supported me through that, and then I dropped out. And I went into marketing for a bit. It's like, no, it's not for me. I dropped out of that, and then I went into advertising, and I graduated from there, and I had her support me the whole time.
Yeah.
And now I'm working at a marketing agency, so paid off for sure. What about you?
I mean, like for me,
respect.
For me, my parents being immigrants and old-fashioned, they don't really know that side of the world. Creative side of the world, right? Yeah. They don't know that you can make money in 2017 by being a public figure, or being an influencer, or like things of that nature, right? And they just obviously they want the best for their children, so they would want me to be something with a title,
right?
A doctor, or like whatever, a dentist or something, right?
Yeah.
And that's the complete opposite of what I wanted, because I wanted to do something more creative. I can't be like stagnant for too long. I like to do different things every day, have different challenges coming at me. So with that, my parents, when I just got out of high school, my parents forced me to go to college, right? So I went straight into business management because I had no idea what I wanted to do. Yeah. Right? So I just picked something at random, and the worst decision.
What did you pick?
Business management.
Oh,
So after I picked that, I felt like a zombie. Like I was just showing up to my classes. I went to the next one. I came home I went to sleep. I didn't even care about homework or assignments or anything. I was just like, just a constant rotation of the same stuff. And that's like no way to live, right?
Yeah.
So like I feel like it's essential for young people to take that year off of school.
You think so?
If you truly don't know what you want to do,
yeah.
Like if you truly do not know what you want to do, which is the majority of 18-year-old
90%, bro.
Yeah.
90%.
Like how are you supposed to know what you're gonna do for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
At 18 years old.
Yeah.
You haven't even experienced life. You don't know what you like. You don't know what you dislike.
Yeah.
All you know is high school. So
and high school's such a small bubble in comparison to what the world has to
offer.
Oh
my god. The feelings you have in high school are completely different.
Bro, right after high school I changed as a person.
Right?
Like, right after high school I changed.
It's completely different and not even a year. Because saying you're gonna take a year off is limiting you to an extent.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna have you need to take as much time as possible because OSAP is no joke. You're gonna have to pay that back.
OSAP's a bitch.
Right? So like take as much time as possible, know what you're gonna do, experience life.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel like you become an adult from a teenager is knowing what you want.
Yeah. But it's like it's so hard for so many kids because it's like their parents supporting them.
Yeah.
And their parents look at taking time off as like you're just wasting time.
Exactly.
Like, finding yourself and finding what you want in life isn't important. You know, a lot of people go to school for their parents.
Exactly.
And they like go into these fields for their parents. But then when your parents are gone and it's just you.
Yeah.
You're 40 years old and you're stuck in a job that you don't like and you think it's too late to go back to school. Now you're just living life. You blink your eyes, you have 2 kids, a wife named Monica, a dog. You're living in an apartment.
Right. And you're working to pay off that life that you now have.
Exactly. The life that you didn't want in the first place.
Exactly. And honestly, I feel like this is why the College Dropout was such a good album. It was because it touched on that very subject.
Yeah.
There was the skits in between the songs where it's like, I went to school and I studied all the time and I didn't know what life was, but I have my degree. And like I tell when people ask me about like they don't know what they want to do and whatever, it's like, you go to school and you get a degree. Let's say you go to university and you get your degree. And then once you're done, I promise you, if you don't know the right people, you're not going to get a job where you want.
Networking is as important as the education.
Networking is 90%, education is 10.
Yeah.
Having the paper is 10%.
Yeah.
And networking and get your name out there is the most important thing.
Yeah, and everybody is coming in with like the same piece of paper, the same kind of credentials, and like everybody kind of looks the same. If you're gonna go to school, you gotta like when you're applying, find some way to like stand out.
Yeah.
And like if you're not gonna stand out, you just have to know somebody.
Exactly. And like the best tool to use for networking would be social media.
Yeah, for sure. It's so obvious, but many people don't do it because there's so many creative people who have all of their work online, and that's like the easiest way to reach them, whether it's like Twitter or it's Instagram. Mm-hmm. You can just hit up people there, see what their setup is, take inspiration from it, because a lot of like resumes and stuff, people bring it in just like regular letters, right?
Yeah.
But, like you could do something interactive on social media, or you could do like a video or something else. Like use the internet, use social media to like show how you can stand out from other people.
Yeah, definitely. And like for me, the way that I even got my internship was hitting up a million people on Instagram, on their DM, and just being like, my name's Irvine, I'm aspiring art director, check out my shit, and like hit me up, let's talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did that enough times that one guy hit me up. Right? And here's the thing, a lot of people don't realize that you have to hit up 13 people for one person to reply.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like you have to hustle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I think like social media has because we can get our news so fast and stuff, it's like it's kind of hindered us, because we want things like right now, we want it right away.
Yeah.
We don't understand that there's like work that has to be put into it. So while social media can like help us stand out and show our true creative side, it also kind of messes up the way we think, because we want that instant gratification. We don't want to wait. We don't want to put in the work.
It's crazy how people got so obsessed with a like.
A lie?
You know what I mean? It's like, I got a like, now I have approval from that person.
Yeah.
And it's something that social media, like before social media, like people want to be liked, but it wasn't to the point that it's like, it's not to the extent that it is right now.
Yeah. People are like, they're doing things simply for social media.
Yeah.
Not even because like they want to do it, but they're doing it for social media. And it's crazy to see like people going out and not enjoying life. They're like taking pictures, showcasing the moment. It's like, you're gonna look back and be like, look at all the fun that I had in this one moment. But like in reality, you weren't having fun. You weren't enjoying that moment.
Yeah, exactly. And like that takes me back to like something Emily said in the panel. She was like, don't make your life Instagram, because Instagram is gonna go away.
Yeah.
Instagram is gonna be old, because everything gets old.
Yeah.
Something new is gonna happen. And if you base your whole life on Instagram, what happens when that thing is gone?
Exactly.
Now what are you gonna do with your life?
Yeah.
You're 40.
Yeah.
And all you've been doing is posting pictures on Instagram and living off of fitness tea sponsorships.
From models that had surgery, bro.
Right?
From models that had surgery.
Yo, I hate that. I hate advertising shit that's just not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
Because there are people that don't know better, and like they're just gonna buy into it.
I think that's one of like the good things for us, because we went to school for advertising. So now like I look at everything as bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Every single like ad I look at, any kind of like thing on social media, billboards, all this guerrilla marketing, it's all bullshit.
Yeah,
they do it for attention. That's why I was saying the thing with Drake, it's just marketing, just building hype. But then again, I could be wrong.
Yeah. But also, social media does hinder us in a social setting as well.
Yeah.
I work at a restaurant, and it's crazy to see how many times you'd see two people on a date, and I'm guilty of it too, and they're just on their phone. They're not even talking.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you here?
You go out with somebody to be on your phone.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
And do you think that that's a fear of the awkward silence?
Oh, 100%. 100%. Personally, me, I don't like small talk, so I can sit there in silence. So I don't need to pull out my phone. I'll sit there and I'll sing a song in my head or think about a show or some shit. But there's people who either go to small talk or like they pull out their phone and like aimlessly scroll on like Instagram. Yeah. And that takes away from like being able to engage with people, right? Because now you have the scapegoat that you could go to. You could pull out your phone and see what's popping on Twitter, rather than like actually interacting with people.
Sometimes you feel like you go on Twitter just to see what to talk about. You're just like, please let there be something.
It's not like you have a life to talk about.
Right? And I feel like when you do that and you start thinking too hard, then the conversation doesn't come organically. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like awkward silences are okay.
It's fine.
It's not even saying awkward silences. Silences are okay.
I think you like really become comfortable with someone when the silences aren't awkward anymore. Yeah. Like, you know, like they can sit down, they do them, and then you do you, and it's fun. And you like interact when you guys are ready to interact.
Completely fine.
But now with cell phones and stuff, you just try and avoid that as much as possible.
What do you think about like hitting up a ting off of social media?
I have never done it before. I am very faithful in my relationship, and I don't look at other women.
Okay, prior to your relationship, you never used Tinder or you never slid into anybody's DMs?
No, I never used Tinder. I was in a relationship when like Tinder, like online dating came back, because like early 2000s it was like Match, and like black Christian singles.
Oh my god,
right?
Christian
and then
singles.
Tinder came back, and I was in a relationship, but me and my friends did get Tinder just to see what it was like. I just wanted to like, you know, swipe on girls, see what's out there and stuff, look at people's bio and shit. It was funny, but I never got into like Tinder and like Plenty of Fish and Bumble and stuff.
Yeah.
What about you?
I did dabble into Tinder.
Yeah.
And Bumble too, right? And I do agree in that being hindering people's ability to talk in a social setting.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to hit people up online because you're hiding behind the screen.
Yeah.
Right? And if you get rejected, then you could just keep swiping.
Sometimes you don't even know you get rejected.
I know, right? Because they just don't reply and you're just like, oh, maybe they're busy, and
on
you forget about it. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's hard to take rejection, but going back to our main topic, it's something that helps you with being an adult.
Using Tinder helps you?
No, rejection.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Learning to deal with rejection.
Yeah, because you're gonna face it all the time. You're not always gonna get yeses, and I think that's the problem with this generation as well. I'm guilty of it too. Mm-hmm. We kind of feel like we're entitled to things.
Oh, so entitled.
And that is what hinders people a lot, because it's like they fail or they face rejection one time and then give up. Mm-hmm. I've been through shit like that before. I'm learning, like, you know, it's just a part of life. You can grow from these mistakes. Better things come after this. Yeah. But yeah, you're definitely right about that.
Yeah, rejection helps grow you as a person.
Yeah.
So with that being said, social media has its pros and its cons, but will you ever consider deleting any of your social media accounts?
Yeah. I actually already came off of Snapchat. I'm off of Twitter. Okay, the thing about Snapchat, I got to a point where I would scroll through. I'd be like, I don't care about you. I don't care about you. I'm just like, this is pointless. I'm scrolling through looking at videos and pictures of people I don't give a fuck about. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm done with Snapchat. And I came off of Twitter too, because Twitter just got boring. And there's a bunch of social justice warriors and people just complaining about shit. Twitter used to be hilarious at one point. It probably is still, on like my timeline, a bunch of shit I just didn't care about. I wanted to focus on myself more. Mm-hmm. I'm only on Instagram for memes, to be honest. That's it. I'm just looking at memes on Instagram.
Wow.
What about you?
See, like, this is where we're completely different. I know that social media has its pros, but I don't see a life without social media, because it has more pros than cons.
Okay, hold on 1 second. You just said you can't see a life without social media. What do you think was going on before Instagram?
No, yeah, I know, but like going forward in helping like our careers.
Okay, so look at it on like a big scale. Mm-hmm. Do you think social media has more pros or cons on like a big scale, not just like creatively, not just as like job stuff, like affecting society? Does it have more pros or cons?
I feel like as in the big picture,
right,
it has more cons, because it's hurting the younger kids that don't know how to use it effectively.
Right.
I feel like social media should be used for an older audience that knows what to use it for, and like knows not to let it hinder their reality. Right. But in the sense where it could really help, right? It could really help you put your brand out there. Mm-hmm. We really want to grow this podcast. So social media is going to do a huge part in that, sharing it with everybody, them sharing it with their friends. It's not possible without social media.
What are you talking about? Of course it's possible without social media.
How is it? It's not as effectively.
How do you think it was possible before SoundCloud? She was popping before SoundCloud. She was popping before Instagram.
Like handing out mixtapes?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Okay, but that's different. We're in a different... Like what we're doing right now,
right?
Specific for us,
right?
We can't record this, put it on a DVD, and hand it out to people.
Yeah, that's because of technology has changed. I just think social media should be used as a tool, and not as something that like you need. Like content comes first.
Yeah,
is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, definitely.
And that way, I just think social media should help us. Social media should be an aid in like what we're doing. It's not focused on social media.
No, that's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. It's an aid, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say. Yeah.
So are you gonna come off of anything? Instagram, Twitter?
Definitely not.
Nothing.
Like, I don't know. I guess I'm addicted.
You can't live without Snapchat?
I'm addicted.
How many people do you actually watch on Snapchat?
Like 3/4 of the people that I actually have.
How many people do you have on Snapchat?
I don't even know. I don't know the number.
More than 50?
More than 50? Nah.
No?
Nah, not more than 50. But I just can't. Yeah, I want with what I want to do. I need to be active on social media because that's where our target audience is.
Right.
Social media.
Right.
So me getting off of that is just dumb because that's coming off of where our target audience is.
Okay, that's fair. From a professional point of view, I get it, but for me, like personally, I don't even like putting my stuff up there. On my Instagram, there's no like pictures of. Okay, there's like 1 or 2 pictures of me.
Yeah.
But it's usually just like experiences that I've done. Like if I go traveling or if I see something cool, I'll like post it on my social media. But putting my information out there isn't something that I like doing. So like not being on social media is very easy.
Yeah. But yeah, man. To wrap it all up, being an adult sucks. I wish I could go back to being a kid where I had no responsibilities.
Waking up Saturday morning
right.
in your bed when you fell asleep on the couch.
Do you remember summers where you, like high school summers, where you had literally nothing to do?
Nothing, bro.
You just woke up and you're just fucking sitting there doing nothing? Like, I long for those days.
Like, my summer now is 9 to 5, Monday to Friday.
Yeah. Like, okay, those days were fun, right?
Yeah.
But also, I can't wait till like everything picks up and like we work towards our goal, right?
Yeah.
So it's like both sides.
This right now is just part of the process.
Exactly.
You know, you got to go through this, learn, grow, figure out what you want to do. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do.
Exactly.
So once I get over that hump, it's gonna be worth it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be worth it. So gotta put in the time and hustle.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. This has been a good first episode, I think. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Peace.